It is 4:20 p.m. Monday afternoon, June 2nd, 2025 at Bensenville, Illinois at the Metra Milwaukee District West Station of Bensenville, Illinois. First we saw Metra train, Milwaukee District West train 2223 arriving and departing, heading from Chicago Union Station to Big Timber Road in Elgin, Illinois. Power was a magnificent, awesome Metra SD70 Mac H diesel electric locomotive. Progress, Electromotive Diesel Progress Rail at their Patterson, Georgia facility is reconfiguring the locomotives for Metra from Kansas City Southern Railway and their Mexican subsidiary SD70 EMD Electromotive Division, General Motors Corporation, LaGrange, Illinois plant where my career was based. SD70 Mac MAC heavy haul freight locomotives. I think there's about 25 in service on Metra now.
22 stretching all the way up.
They want to get 46, I believe, total as funds permit. They have AC traction motors, and the axle next to each axle next to the fuel tank is not powered. There is no traction motor. There are 4 traction motors on the 6 axles, and the H stands for head end power. Head end power is being added by Progress Rail in the conversion from SD70 Mac heavy haul freight locomotives. Then we saw a Metra train, Milwaukee District West train 2242 arriving and departing, heading from Big Timber Road, Elgin, Illinois to Chicago Union Station, being propelled by a Motive Power Industries Boise, Idaho plant, model MP36PH-3S, with components inside such as a diesel engine manufactured at the Electromotive Division, General Motors Corporation, LaGrange, Illinois plant where my career was based. A little bit about this railroad is the Metra Elgin subdivision. Elgin is to the right, the end of the commuter operation, but it's dispatched by the Canadian Pacific Kansas City Railroad dispatchers in Kansas City, Missouri, and the Canadian Pacific Kansas City Railroad operates freight trains over this line. Just looking east toward Chicago, not far in the distance, is the Canadian Pacific Kansas City Railroad Bensenville, Illinois yard. I believe they operate 2 manifest freights each way a day between Bensenville yard and Kansas City, Missouri, and a local freight at least Monday through Friday between Bensenville yard and Spalding, Illinois to the right, where there is a diamond crossing with the former Elgin Joliet and Eastern Railway, now Canadian National, their line that goes around Chicago. There might be some interchange work done there. I arrived here at 3:03 p.m. on Metra this afternoon. Have not seen the local freight coming back to Bensenville yard yet. And then they come passing through here are the 2 hottest trains on the entire Canadian Pacific Kansas City Railroad in Canada, USA, and Mexico. MMX Midwest Mexico Express, operating from Bensenville yard to San Luis Potosí, Mexico, with a stop at Monterrey. In the other direction, MMX Mexico Midwest Express, operating from San Luis Potosí and Monterrey, Mexico to Bensenville yard here. We are 23.9 miles northwest of Chicago Union Station. It is 86 degrees Fahrenheit. There is a haze today due to the Canadian wildfires burning out of control in Manitoba and Saskatchewan. Population of Bensenville is 18,812. Again, a nice warm Monday afternoon, June 2nd, 2025, Bensenville, Illinois, over and out.